What's going on YouTube? Back at it with another video. Look, we got 25 insane Mandela effects. That's gonna blow your mind. It ain't gonna blow my mind because can't nothing blow my mind. You know, my mama can't nothing blow my mind. Like, nah. But before we get into this video, man, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, turn them post notifications on. And yeah, wait here real quick. I'm gonna grab me a water bottle, nigga. Thought I had a water in here. Bro, y'all know I just got back from getting off the road. Why it ain't no water in the house? Everybody done drunk all the water. They ain't even gonna buy no more. These niggas some hoes. I'll be back. I'm finna run to the car. Oh my granny, you know you got that extra one in your car. Look, hear my voice in there. Yeah, I'm thirsty than a motherfucker. Dealing with everybody, hey. But let's do it though.
Totally sure about something, only to find out you, and maybe thousands of others, were totally wrong? Welcome to the mind-blowing world of the Mandela effect. Named after the iconic South African leader, Nelson Mandela, this curious phenomenon happens when a large group of people remember something one way, only to discover they've got it all wrong. And trust me, we've got some real head-scratchers for you. From New Zealand's mistaken location to wonky memories when it comes to what we love to eat and watch on screen, I'm Mike with List 25.
Before they start, how many of these Mandela effects y'all think gonna really like blow y'all mind for real? I'm probably gonna say like, I say about, out of 25, I'm gonna say about 3. 3 of them gonna make me be like, what? I get 5. I get 5 at the most. I'm gonna say 5. 5 of them gonna make me be like, what? But other than that, I'm gonna be like, huh? Ain't no way. I don't know. It might be more than that now. I'm thinking about it. It might be a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But let's do it.
5. And here are 25 insane Mandela effect examples that'll blow your mind. 25.
Blow your cranium.
The Great Bear Name Debate. Remember the beloved children's series, The Berenstain Bears?
Yeah.
Well, you might recall it as the Berenstain Bears with an E, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, brace yourself. It's always been Berenstain, as confirmed by the Library of Congress.
Cat.
The discrepancy has sparked lots of debate, with many fans swearing by...
Bear said, this motherfucker look retarded than the motherfucker. That nigga eyeballs look crazy as hell. How the hell she got them bitch on the side of her head? That motherfucker just... Like, what the... I never noticed how crazy that shit look. Berenstain. Yeah, that don't look right, bro.
The S-T-E-I-N spelling.
Why the Simpsons?
It also got a lot stranger when old memorabilia surfaced showing the name Berenstain on the book covers. Since many people believe the Mandela effect is caused by time travelers messing with our past, that or we live in a parallel universe, I'll leave it to you to decide if this is only a case of mistaken identity. 24. The turkey leg that never was. If you've ever pictured Henry VIII gnawing on a turkey leg, well, you're not alone. Many remember a famous painting of the English king seated at a table proudly holding a turkey leg. But here's the kicker.
I don't think I've seen that
doesn't
one.
exist. The actual artwork shows Henry with a pair of leather gloves and the string of a scabbard. The turkey leg image seems to be a collective mirage fueled by a mix of media depictions and...
I've never seen neither one of those photos. Neither one of them.
Mandela effect. 23. Peanut butter pandemonium. The world of delicious spreads has its own fair share of mystery thanks to the Mandela effect. You might remember a popular peanut butter brand as Jiffy, but here's the twist.
Yeah.
It's always been Jif. Launched in 19...
Yeah, it's always been Jif. We just used to just say Jiffy, you know, like I used to think we were just saying that to just say it, but I've always seen this in stores. I've never seen Jiffy for real. Maybe that's like an old school type of... Damn, that do kind of look familiar. Nah, that look like Pepsi or something. Or like mayonnaise or something. I don't know. Yeah, that don't look that familiar to me. It do, but it don't. It don't. This look, that makes sense. Yeah.
58, after a rebrand from Big Top Peanut Butter, Jif has remained consistent in its name. And yet, a lot of peanut butter enthusiasts swear they remember it differently. They're probably getting confused with Jiffy Pop.
That Pluckers.
That's my take on it.
That shit ain't all that
22.
good.
Is it Looney Tunes or Looney Tunes?
Ain't it tunes like T-O-O-N? Like cartoons?
If you've ever wondered whether the classic cartoon featuring Bugs Bunny and his pals was really called Looney Tunes with 2 O's,
yeah,
you're not alone. Fans of this iconic series have been debating the name for years. The confusion likely arises because Looney Tunes with 2 O's just sounds like it should fit better with a cartoon about wacky characters. But despite what your memory might tell you, it's always been Tunes.
I mean, that don't look bad either, though. Like, that looked kind of like that's what it was, but it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And how I know they went through and fucking shit up and this ain't the original, because they forgot to color the shit in. Like, this ain't a musical. Why would they put tunes? Like, it's not even, has nothing to do with music at all. It's a cartoon. T-O-O-N. Let me see something real quick. See on here, they don't gotta color it in because the background is white. Pink, orange. You know what I'm saying? Right here, they fucked it up though. Yeah. It ain't. No, y'all caught y'all. Yeah, y'all can't trick a nigga like me. I look at details, son.
The mix-up probably comes from Warner Brothers drawing inspiration from Disney's Silly Symphonies in the 1920s, which were all about musical shorts. So, Tunes with the U was a nod to the musical theme of Warner Brothers' own animated series, not a typo. Still having that debate with my mom. We had a dog named Petunia. When we shortened her name to Tunes, I went with Tunes because Petunia, and she always spelled it Toons. I'm like, that makes literally no sense, Mom.
Yeah, at all.
Let me know in the comments below. Who's right, my mom or me? That'll go over well.
Let me know in the comments. Who was right, my mom or me? That was funny. Little whack-ass joke.
21. Pikachu's black tipped tail. Pikachu, the beloved yellow electric Pokemon.
No. He definitely had a black tail. He definitely had a back tail, like a little stripe or something. But this part right here definitely was black. With a little, okay.
Pokemon has been a pop culture icon since its debut. But did you know that some fans are convinced that Pikachu's tail used to have a black or red...
On grannies. That's what I meant by the with the that's what I meant by that. Yeah, that look right. What the hell is Pikachu? Like a kangaroo mouse or something? What the fuck is this thing? Chipmunk?
Red tip. According to these fans, Pikachu's tail wasn't always the solid yellow we see today. They remember seeing a distinct stripe or black shadow on the tail. The solid...
Okay, that kind of looked like it too, because this part like... Nah, hell nah. They had that black. That don't look right.
Yellow we see today. They remember seeing a distinct stripe or black shadow on the tail. So, what's the deal? Well, it turns out the confusion might come from early versions of the game, Pokemon Red and Blue, where Pikachu's tail did have a black shadow in some sprites. And while some recent depictions, like in Detective Pikachu, might show a black stripe or shadow, the classic Pikachu design has always been just yellow. Hey guys, just jumping in here real quick to tell you some exciting news. You know how you love watching our videos for amazing facts? Well, what if I told you that you could also have 500 amazing facts in the palm of your hand? That's right. What are you talking about?
I don't want it.
And grab.
So y'all telling me? You telling me right now I could sit up and watch a video of you telling me about all the facts that's in that book, but you want me to go read it myself? Negative. I'm gonna just keep watching your videos, man. What the hell? I'm gonna just keep watching your videos and let you tell me instead of going to buy the whole book. Who's gonna buy that? What, a nerd or something? Looking at, nah, that's actually good. Hopefully they sell out. I don't know.
Grab yourself and friends and family a copy. Disney people remember mascot has been funny. Mickey Mouse's suspenders. Mickey Mouse, Disney's cheerful mascot, has been a staple of animation since.
Oh my mama, he had suspenders. He had red suspenders. I swear he did. But in like the newer cartoons, he don't got them. But like when he in them older cartoons, because I remember he used to do like that, and do like that with the suspender, like woo, 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 and like hold him out, like. Yeah, no, he had suspenders, bro. Hot dog head ass nigga.
It's his debut, but. Why do so many people remember Mickey sporting red shorts with suspenders?
No, not like that. Them was overalls. It was like the shorts that he got on, and this went all the way down.
Despite what your memory might insist, Mickey Mouse has never actually worn red shorts with suspenders in any official appearance. From his first animation to modern-day renditions, Mickey's classic look has always featured red shorts without the added accessory of suspenders. It's probably the two buttons. People think that's where suspenders go, so their brain just probably fills in the rest. 19. Would you like some Captain Crunch or Captain Crunch? The debate over Captain Crunch's name is a tasty example of the...
This is one of the Mandela effects that just be fucking with me, because I always thought it was Captain Crunch because, you know, he's a captain. But I never really like looked at the words growing up for real. I just knew, oh, I want Captain Crunch just because of the face. So I knew what it was, but I never really like paid attention. So I don't know. But Captain Crunch it's sound like some shit. The nigga in the hood made that up. Like, fuck, I'm gonna make this shit call it Captain. No, take everything out. Not Captain. We gonna put a captain with a big ass C right here. But it's gonna be called Captain. Yeah. Captain. Like, what? That don't even make sense for them to put that.
The Mandela effect in action. While many cereal fans remember the breakfast mascot as Captain Crunch, his official name has always been Captain Crunch. But the confusion doesn't stop at the name. Captain Crunch's uniform has its own set of mysteries. Traditionally, American naval officers wear bars on their sleeves to indicate rank. 1 for ensigns, 2 for lieutenants, and 3 for commanders. However, Captain Crunch's outfit has never quite matched up with these ranks, sporting a mix of bars over the years. So, whether you remember him as Captain Crunch or Captain Crunch, it turns out that the character's uniform, at least, has been proven inconsistent. 18. What the heck is a Fruit Loop? If I've got you confused, the official name has been Fruit Loops since 1963. Here's the backstory. Kellogg's first introduced the cereal as Fruit Loops, spelled the correct way, in 1950.
That shit don't look right. It makes sense. But that fruit.
59, complete with 3 flavors and Toucan Sam. However, since the cereal had no actual fruit, Kellogg's got sued and had to change the name. They relaunched it as Fruit Loops with the 2 O's in 1963, and that's stuck ever since. But here's where it gets interesting. Some fans remember the name swapping back and forth. One Reddit user even said, wasn't it Fruit Loops a while ago, and now it's Fruit Loops again? Seems like others are in the same boat. So, what's your take? Fruit Loops or Fruit Loops?
I'm gonna go with
great
Fruit
without
Loops.
the spelling. 17. Mr. Monopoly's monocle.
Loops.
Does the Monopoly Man sport a monocle or not? Many people could
Like, he definitely did, bro. That ain't even something to debate about. Like, we all seen that motherfucker. That was like a big thing as a kid. Like, the eye thing. We all seen it as a kid. And then sometimes I sit back and think, like, am I getting a mistake with the peanut dude? The dude that used to be on Peanuts with the eye thing? And I'm like, nah. Because he looked like the Pringles nigga with the eye thing. He like the Pringles dude and the peanut dude put together. So that's how I know that this used to be there.
Swear he does, but the truth is, he never has. Rich Uncle Pennybags, the iconic face of Monopoly, is instantly recognizable with his top hat, mustache, and pinstripe suit. But despite the strong visual memory many people have of him wearing a monocle, it's simply not true. This case of the Mandela effect has left many scratching their heads. So if you remember him sporting that signature monocle, rest assured, you're not the only one feeling a bit frazzled by the mix-up. I think this one is people confusing Mr. Peanut. I think they're taking his monocle.
It's the peanut
16.
that's fucking with me.
Where on earth did New Zealand go? Think you've got geography down? Well, you might be in for a surprise. A surprising number of people remembered New Zealand being in a completely different place on the map. Sure, we know that New Zealand is southeast of Australia, but some people swear it used to be...
Oh, my mom, I thought New Zealand was way the fuck up here somewhere. I didn't know it was on an island. I thought that motherfucker was... I'm way off. I thought that bitch was above Africa or some shit. Like, up there with UK and shit. United Kingdom. I didn't know it was way out here.
Northeast, or even in a totally different location. And it's not just New Zealand. People have different memories of where Australia is, too. Some theories suggest that alternate dimensions or time streams might explain this mix-up. The idea is that we might have...
I ain't gonna lie, I was talking to this girl. And she told me, she was like, yeah, you should come see me. And I'm like, oh, I bet, what shit were you at? She was like, I'm in Australia. And I'm like, bitch, fly me out, buy me a passport and shit. Like, girl, I am in the States, United States. I'm not rich. I can't just go out there right now. That shit was crazy. This ain't even not too long ago I'm talking about. She probably watching this video too, matter of fact. But yeah, she seen one of my videos and she was watching the motherfucker. I'm like, girl, I just blew up. The money ain't here yet. You know what I'm saying? I got 100-some thousand followers, but hey, I can't just fly to Australia. You know what I'm saying? Fly me out. As you want to see me, I'm worth it. I'm telling you. It's going to be the best little money you ever spent in your life. Don't fly me out, Sean. Go ahead.
Merged realities with another timeline where maps and borders were different. So if your sense of direction seems a little off, well, you're not alone. However, the notion that our reality could have subtly shifted is pretty mind-bending. Or just admit you're bad at geography. No need to bring in time-altering realities. Failed geography. That's all there is to it.
No, for
15.
real.
Oscar Mayer, or Oscar Mayer.
No,
Here's one
Mayer.
that's left plenty of people scratching their heads. Is it Oscar Mayer or Oscar Mayer?
This one.
As it turns out, the hot dogs and lunch meats brand has always been Oscar Mayer with an A.
Hell no. Even going back to all the songs, like old school songs where people was like giving that Oscar Mayer, you know, that Oscar Mayer. It ain't no Oscar Mayer. It's Oscar Mayer. You know, the long meat. That Oscar Mayer. The fuck is Mayer, bro? That don't even look right, bro. No. Big ass hot dog. They riding in a moving glizzy. They gotta fill gas up to move their glizzy around. These niggas riding around glizzied up. That's super glizzy gang right there. Right in there. Glizzy gang. Wow.
But plenty of folks remember it as Meyer with an E.
It is.
What really messes with people is the jingle. You know the one. My baloney has a first name, it's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name. There has been much frustration over the mix-up since
M-Y-E-R.
people remember to be singing along to
saying.
M-E-Y-E-R and not M-A-Y-E-R. 14.
Maya.
Sinbad never played a genie. Do you remember
blows my
Shazam,
mind.
that movie in which comedian Sinbad played a genie? Well, if you do, you should take a good, long, hard look at yourself, because
I don't ever remember that nigga playing. I thought it was Shaq. Shazam! I didn't know that nigga played as Shazam. I thought it was Shaq.
that movie never existed. I'm serious. Despite being remembered by thousands of people, Sinbad never starred as a wish-granting genie in the 90s. There was a movie called Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal as a genie.
This shit wasn't Shazam? Huh? Because I remember seeing Shaq in the movie, but I thought it was called Shazam. I never heard of no Kazam. The fuck? They ain't even cousins.
But
so it's like I seen it. I never seen the other dude's movie. I never seen him in the movie, but I've always seen this movie. But I've never seen this name, but I seen the other dude's name. That's crazy. That's crazy. Fucking Shazam.
Shazam simply isn't real.
What?
And yet, some people remember Shazam in great detail, including the plot about two kids summoning a genie and even a spectacular pool party finale. It's okay if you think you've seen it, but don't bother looking it up on IMDb.
That's crazy how you how the world can say they've seen a movie. The world describes the exact events in the movie. The actor and the actor like, I've never did that. But the world seen the movie, like, how do you explain that, bro? Come on, man.
Sinbad's genie role is just a trick of memory, and maybe a touch of Mandela magic. 13. The hyphen in Kit Kat never existed. If you swear that there was a hyphen between Kit and Kat, you're not alone. Plenty of candy lovers distinctly remember the famous chocolate bar as Kit Kat, but guess what? There's no official record of that hyphen ever existing. Despite this,
I don't remember it having the line there, Kit Kat, but now that I look at this like, that looks weird. So I think that line was there. Unless, what the fuck kind of package is this? This don't even look like the Kit Kat package.
some fans recall the dash as clearly as if they'd seen it yesterday. One Reddit user even shared how they once noticed the hyphen had mysteriously vanished, only to later realize it was never there to begin with. So if your memory is insisting that Kit Kat used to have a hyphen, I hate to break it to you, Kit Kat has always been hyphen-free. Though Spider-Man, don't forget the hyphen. 12.
Spider-Man.
Do you call it Cheez-It or Cheez-Its? Let's settle this once and
Cheez-Its. I want some Cheez-Its. I want some Cheez-It. That don't make sense. You just want one?
for all. The cheesy cracker you love to snack on has always been called Cheez-It. Singular. Not Cheez-Its with an S, and definitely not Cheez-Its with a Z, or Z for my UK people, and Canada. Now, rest assured that if you've been calling it the latter your whole life, you're not alone. A bunch of people distinctly remember them as Cheez-Its, and even swear that that's what it says on the box. But go right now, take a look at any packaging you can find, and you'll see it's always been Cheez-It.
That's crazy.
Why do so many of us add that extra S or Z if we're really cool?
If we're really cool?
We never just eat one. 11. A galaxy-sized Mandela effect. Okay, let's move on to one of the biggest Mandela effects in the movie world, and it comes from a galaxy far, far away.
Luke, I am your father. Luke Skywalker, I am your father.
If you've ever quoted, Luke, I am your father, while wielding an imaginary lightsaber, yeah, you've been saying it wrong this whole time. Star Wars, one of the most iconic movie franchises of all time, has captivated audiences since 1977, and The Empire Strikes Back gave us what is often considered the most famous movie line ever. But the actual line Darth Vader delivers? It's not, Luke, I am your father, it's simply, no, I am your father. It's a
Cap, you're fucking with me. How do we all know the Luke part? Or did like somebody say no and then like somebody made a video or like it was a comedian said Luke and then we all ran with that? Because it could be some shit like that. But I feel like, because I'm be real, I've been saying the Luke, I am your father all my life. Like I remember saying it as a kid, but I've never watched Star Wars, so I can't say the movie says it. I've heard it from like the world saying it like that. But to say I've actually watched the whole movie and was like, no, I remember. Like, nah, I'm lying. Like, oh, I have never watched that movie. But I do remember everybody in the world saying, Luke, I am your father. Because that's how I learned. Because everybody else was saying it.
small change, but one that throws off countless fans. And who I assume were saying that line into a fan. Because everyone did that. Luke, They got it wrong while speaking into a fan. That's always... I don't have a fan with me or else I'd do it. 10. Did Tom Cruise wear shades or not? The classic risky business scene. Tom Cruise sliding across the floor to Bob Seger's old-time rock and roll in nothing but socks, a shirt, and... shades?
I heard Tom Cruise was like 5'5".
That's where the Mandela effect kicks in. In countless parodies, from The Nanny to Scrubs, people mimic this iconic moment, often adding sunglasses to the mix. But here's the kicker. Tom Cruise didn't wear sunglasses during that legendary dance. In the scene, he sports a white button-down shirt, socks, and no shades in sight. 9. Lucy's misquoted splainin' moment. This might be a bit before your time if you were born, after the 50s, but in the classic sitcom I Love Lucy, fans often recall Ricky Ricardo exasperatedly saying, "Lucy, you've got some splainin' to do." But here's the catch. Ricky never actually says those exact words. While he does use phrases like "splain that if you can" or simply "Lucy, splain," the iconic quote you remember is definitely a bit off.
What you talking about, Willis? That's the oldest. If we talking about the oldest I can go is, what you talking about, Willis? If it's older than that, I don't know shit about it. What you talking about, Willis? If it's older than that, count me out, because I don't know, unless it's like music or something. I listen to a lot of old music, but TV shows and shit, I didn't even know they had TV in the 50s. Yeah, they had TVs in the 50s, yeah. Bitches was black and white, big ass TV. It was like a big little TV. Yeah, they sure did. But the 40s, did they? I don't know.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. We all grew up with the famous line from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
I thought it was the cutest. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the cutest of them all? That must have been Shrek. Yeah, I think it was Shrek.
But guess what? That iconic line is a bit off. The real line is actually magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all. It's one of those slip-ups that's stuck in our heads despite the truth.
I think it's because we got fucked over from Shrek. Shrek didn't say the exact same thing like how you do in that movie because they would have got sued. So Shrek, they said mirror, mirror on the wall. And there they say magic mirror. Shrek fucked us up, y'all. Shrek fucked us up, son.
The next time you pop in your old Snow White DVD or, watch it on streaming, listen closely. You might be surprised at how different it sounds from what you remember. 7. Curious George's missing tail. We all remember Curious George, the lovable monkey from our childhood swinging through his adventures and with a tail hanging between his legs. Or so we thought. The truth is, Curious George never had a tail. Despite what many of us recall from those classic episodes and books, George is a tailless monkey.
That looks like it, but didn't George used to hang from like a tree? He probably was hanging from his feet. So basically, Curious George never was a fucking monkey. He was a little black boy. And they made him a monkey. Racist. They find a way to be racist every time.
He's been swinging through his escapades without that extra appendage all along. 6. That never happened. When it comes to creepy movies, The Silence of the Lambs is in a league of its own. Jodie Foster's portrayal of FBI trainee Clarice Starling and Anthony Hopkins as the eerie Hannibal Lecter left a lasting impact on moviegoers everywhere. The unsettling dynamic between Clarice and Lecter gave us one of the most widely quoted lines in movie history, or so we thought. Many people remember Lecter's spine-chilling greeting, "Hello, Clarice." It's referenced everywhere from memes to horror spoofs, but guess what? Yeah, never happened. In reality, Hannibal simply says, "Good morning," when they first meet. 5.
Hello.
Tinkerbell never wrote the Disney logo. Many Disney fans swear they remember Tinkerbell magically spelling out the word Disney with her wand in the iconic opening sequence of Disney films. She'd zip around, waving her wand, and then dot the I with a magical spark. However, as familiar as this scene might feel, the fans are wrong. While Tinkerbell did appear in some Disney intros, especially in the 90s, she was never shown writing out the logo itself. Her role typically involved flying across the screen and sprinkling fairy dust over the Disney castle.
Yeah, that's what I remember. And then she sprayed the eye like, ching. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But she never took on the job of spelling out Disney with her wand. It's just a classic case of our collective memory mixing up magical moments. But she definitely did go ting, and then that's when the transition would happen. Usually on top of the castle. 4. Play it again, Sam. Casablanca is packed with memorable lines, but one of the most famous is also one that never actually appeared in the film. Despite popular belief, Humphrey Bogart's character Rick never says, "Play it again, Sam." What actually happens is that Ingrid Bergman's character Ilsa requests a song As Time Goes By with the words, "Play it, Sam, play as time goes by." Later in the movie, Rick simply tells Sam, "You played it for her, you can play it for me." So how did Play It Again, Sam become so widely misquoted? Classic Mandela effect, people, reinforced by Woody Allen's 1972 film Play It Again, Sam, which helps cement the misquote in pop culture. 3. The curious case of "Beam me up, Scotty." The phrase "Beam me up, Scotty" is synonymous with Star Trek and is as iconic as
"Beam me up, Scotty" is some crazy work. Yeah, Scotty, stop waiting for it. Just go ahead and beam me up, man. Beam me up. Sounds real dittified to me. You say some shit like that nowadays, they's gonna look at you like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? Beam me up. You wanna die? Or is you like, what? Beam me up sound like either some real sexual gay stuff or some murder. I'm gonna beam that nigga up. That don't sound right. Put beans in his butt.
Any of the show's taglines. However, this famous line is never actually said in Star Trek, at least not in that exact form. While Captain Kirk often communicates with the starship engineer Scotty to be transported back to the Enterprise, the specific line, "Beam me up, Scotty," never appears in the original series nor films. The closest the show gets is variations like "Scotty, beam me up," or "Beam us up, Scotty," which were used in different Star Trek media. Over time, though, the phrase "Beam me up, Scotty" became so ingrained in pop culture that it took on a life of its own, forever associated with Captain Kirk and his space-traveling adventures. Oh my god, that's from redshirtswillalwaysdie.com. What a site name. 2. The chocolatey truth about Forrest Gump's famous line. Who can forget?
Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're gonna get. Some shit like that.
The heartwarming wisdom Forrest Gump's mama passed on to him. The line, "Life is a box of chocolates," has been quoted everywhere, from casual conversations to motivational speeches. It's become an instantly recognizable pop culture gem. However, there is a twist in this sweet piece of wisdom. In the movie, when Forrest sits on the park bench and shares this famous quote, he actually says, "Life was like a box of chocolates." The past tense might seem like a small detail.
That don't even make sense. Nah, he didn't say that. Life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. No, life is like a box of chocolates. Cause nigga, life didn't change. The fuck? Just your life changed, not everybody else. You still don't know what you're gonna get. Never know what you're gonna get.
Detail, but it changes the context. Forrest is recalling advice his mother gave him, reflecting on how unpredictable life can be. The misquote likely snowballed because it just felt so fitting in the present tense, and that's how it's stuck in our collective memory. 1. Mona Lisa's smile. Okay, let's be honest here. In Da Vinci's famous portrait of the Mona Lisa, do you remember her smiling or not? You might be surprised, but thousands of people are convinced she wasn't smiling at all. Even though it's one of the most recognized...
That's what I'm saying. I remember she used to be, like, scary looking to me, because it was just used to look like... Because, like, think about this. This is back 18s, whatever. I don't know how far Mona Lisa is, but it's back that far. They don't have pictures. So that's why, like, every, like, video picture, not video, but every picture or painting you see of, like, them motherfuckers way back then, they straight face. Because, man, you got to have somebody sit there and paint you. So you're not finna sit there and be like 3, 4, 5 hours while this man paints you. No, you gonna get your whole natural regular face. And however, come on, man. Why y'all putting smiles on her? She ain't look like that.
Recognizable paintings ever. Some people swear that Mona Lisa has a blank, almost neutral expression.
Yeah.
Which brings me back to that alternate universe theory. It's crazy to think such an iconic painting could cause so much debate. I mean, her mysterious smile has been analyzed and talked about for centuries, right? Fun fact, her name wasn't always Mona Lisa. It was actually Mona Lisa, which translates to my lady, and a simple spelling error that changed it. But this whole smile or no smile thing, well, that's got people thinking way beyond typos. Maybe her smile means that we're in the right timeline after all. And that's a wrap. If today's mind-bending examples left you...
And that's a wrap. If today's mind-bending adventures of your explained, just know your adventures explaining your adventures. They're going to be explained. Exactly. Like, comment, subscribe, turn in post notifications on, sit back, relax, and get ready for the next video. Because if you get up and move around on my baba, click the next video, Shad. For real, Shad. I'm out to stay peace, and God loves you. Remember that.